Who is this?
No, I asked the question. Who is you?
You called here.
Who is you? Hello, who is it?
Oh, well, this IamOri.
Where you at?
I'm in a RapDen, duh.
Welcome to the RapDen, Gainesville, Florida's #1 interview show. Hosted at 6 o'clock studios, brought to you by Pick Up and Slide, and brought to you by the Foreignality Tour 2025 and 26. Make sure you tap in with 6 o'clock studios for your engineering classes, and brought to you by Whitey Rose.
I am Ori, live in the RapDen right now, tonight. Man, let's give a round of applause for I Am Ori here in the RapDen, right here at 6 o'clock studios. Okay, we got I Am Ori in the building. I Am Ori, how you doing for the night?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm a little tired, but I'm here.
Okay. Well, you're looking marvelous, fabulous, glamorous tonight.
Thank you. Be sure to book the lug at Prada Lugs. That's me. I did everything. Okay.
Oh, so, okay. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit later, too. For those that don't know, the RapDen is sponsored by 6 o'clock studios right here on 6th Street at 2711 Northwest 6th Street, Gainesville, Florida. Also sponsored by Only Beats, who sponsors in some of the beats that we let artists get on to pretty much do freestyles or songs, sing songs or R&B songs, church songs, whatever they're comfortable with. Those are the sponsors as of right now. If anyone is looking to sponsor in any merch, anything, cups, whether it's food, anything, feel free to tap in with us right here at 6 o'clock studios to be a sponsor of the RapDen and get promoted, marketed, every segment. So, with that being said, no further ado, we have I Am Ori in the building, an artist, a mother, a comedian, a movie star, a RN, I'm talking about the list goes on and on, a black queen. Man, listen, I Am Ori, we're proud to have you in the building tonight.
Keep going.
Okay, a lover, a friend, a spark, representative and employee. Man, listen, she is one of our new most founded employees.
Promoted.
She's been promoted. But I Am Ori, we're here right now in the RapDen, and we got a couple questions for you tonight. We want to get all the way into the life of I Am Ori. We know you had a interview a couple years back, so we glad to see you back, looking stunning, and yeah. So what's good? Talk to us. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Like I said, I can't complain. Another day in paradise, I guess. A lot has changed since then, since I came and sat with the RapDen. I was one of the first people. I'm not gonna throw no shade or no salt, but I was one of the first when the RapDen was just being born. It was a newborn baby and blew up now. But a lot has changed in my life since then. A lot has changed with my music, my sound, everything. So.
Okay. Well, we're going to get into it then. How do you see the landscape of female rap that's evolved within the last couple years?
Well, so I grew up in the era of Trina, Kaya, those type of people. When you're talking about female rap, now we got the Sexy Reds and all this stuff. And I like ratchet music, but I like the old school ratchet music. Like, it was ratchet, but it was kind of like, it had a little class to it. Or maybe it was a lot trashy, but it wasn't like they done went too far. Like, the new generation just be saying anything. Like, I say some things too, but like, golly, they don't have no filter. Not to take away from nobody, but then you got like Cardi B. I love Cardi B. I feel like she got authentic, realest self. I think it's going in a weird direction. It's always some beef. I'm not a city girl. I never like listening to that type of music. Locally in town, like the females that when I started doing music here in town, it was a lot of us. Like you couldn't turn your head and not find somebody doing something. And then all of a sudden, like that consistency ran out with a lot of people. I don't see none of the people that I was doing music that was even on a cipher that you had when you had that cipher. Like I don't see none of them. It was what Triple X, what you had, Bad Bitch Madcap, a lot of them, Katia. It was a lot of different people. Like I don't see them in like anymore. Not that them made my algorithm different on Facebook, but I don't really see a lot of them. And then I start doing other things too. So maybe they just doing other things. Like when you're a woman, you can't just, it'd be hard to stick with doing just music because you got everyday life and, you know, you got your kids, you got all your other stuff that you got to handle up on. Like we don't get the free, like the time that men would have to do certain things, you know, when you got a family and other things to worry about. Not to say that men don't worry about that stuff too, but you know, the mothers, we have a lot on our plate at times, so it'd be hard. But so now I don't really see a lot of them doing too much of anything at the moment. I guess it's just hard to do and be consistent. But I'm also, I am very rooted in what I do too. So I work around musicians all the time. My job calls me to be in the spaces with other artists, like all different type of artists, as well. And then, you know, I'm attached to, I be at the studio a lot. So I'm always seeing a lot. It's like right here. It's like in my life, my DNA that I can't escape it. So that's why I've been consistent too. Part of the reason.
Okay, and speaking of consistency, first, how long have you say you've been in the music industry?
I would say since 2019 or 2020.
So about 5-6 years.
Yeah, about 5-6 years.
And how have you maintained consistency being in the game for that lineage of time, that length of time?
So I'm going to say that a big part of me doing music is, for one, it's therapeutic for me. It's this how I keep going. Like when I don't got nobody else to talk to, I can easily write a song and put what I'm feeling into a song and be relieved of that for the time being. It's also one of my coping mechanisms. Like when I'm feeling sad, music is something that brings me out of whatever I'm feeling at that moment. Like when I feel like I don't have a tether, music keep me tethered and centered, like in a major, major way. Also, recently over the last 2 years, just developing my relationship spiritually is also keeping me tethered to it too. Asking God, is this okay for me to do this still? Is this what you want me to do? Am I moving out of line? Like, is this my purpose? And you know what I'm saying? That keep me centered and connected and being consistent. Also the way my kids look up to me too. Like my family, like the way my family look up to me with music stuff or anything that I do, you know what I'm saying? Keep me uplifting and keep me going. My community too, like seeing my community, how they look at me and be like, oh girl, you still going? Like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm happy. People being able to see my growth and me seeing my own growth, you know what I'm saying? That makes me feel good. Like when I look back at some of the stuff I used to do and to now how I am, like, oh no, that I can't do that. Or just being mindful of certain situations and certain things. Like, this music, my voice has opened doors for me that I don't think I could have opened myself, like my voice. You know what I'm saying? I done performed all at the University of Florida, like for professors, all type of stuff. I done got picked to be in films. I done got, you know, endorsed to like make an album, all type of stuff because of my voice. And that keeps me consistent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people recognize what I don't see right then and there, you know?
Okay. I know you said been working through, performing in front of, you know, professors and people of UF. How did that come about?
So I work for Spark 352, which is a sister to Came Arts and Medicine for the University of Florida as a community relations specialist. I applied for a grant and one of my friends told me that hey, my job got these grants, blah, blah, apply. And I wrote a proposal and I applied. I was so hell bent on, I'm finna get this $10,000 and I'm finna do something in my community, blah, blah, blah. It's finna be good. I did not get picked. But then a lady called me, shout out to Miss Carla. She called me, she was like, we want to hire you. And I was like, you want to hire me? She was like, yeah, I want to hire you. I was like, for real? Like me? Like, you sure you want me to come work with y'all? She's like, yeah, da 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 da. And then I ended up taking my friend position because he moved up and started doing other things. And so that was a major surprise for me. And yeah, and so I ended up getting there with them and learning about other artists, like people who do poetry, learning about people who do dance, learning about, other photographers. Like it's this whole other world of artists, like people who paint that I had no idea about that's around me, but I just don't see it because I wasn't in those spaces. And like at the University of Florida in arts and medicine, everybody, all those people up there who are professors, they all do some type of music, got some type of talent with dance, they do some type of form of art. And so that was really cool. So it was like, I'm in this place now where this don't even feel like work because this is what I love to do. I love to talk to people. I love to know things. I love, just going to new spaces that I've never been in and just learning all this other stuff. It was just nice. But anyways, we end up having a CAME summit and they invited artists from like Puerto Rico, Africa to come through or whatever. And my boss was just like, hey, we want you to sing. I was like, you want me to sing? And, did my little thing or whatever. And I got, she hired me like a couple of times to be honest. And so that even opened more doors for me for people like at UF to reach out to me to do more things as well. So.
Okay. Well, how do you balance your personal life with the demands of a music career?
I make time for what I make time for. I have learned to slow all the way down, like slow down. And like, you don't gotta rush everything. Everything don't gotta be a rush job. I have learned to just like take one day, one step, one breath at a time, 1 hour for an hour, not try to cram everything into one. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, especially like right now because, making an album and wanting to perfect it and all that, and then working full time and then taking care of my children. And then I have 2 jobs. So it's just like, and I'm going to school too. So it's like, sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but when I get like that, like I said, writing is essential. And having a relationship with God play a big part in being able to continue to go and fight against adversities and odds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Having that spiritual connection, like when I need to just cry out or talk or just be like, hey, Lord, it's a lot on my plate right now. I need a little bit of help. Like, what can I do? And then usually, you know what I'm saying? He deliver quickly on my behalf. So that.
Okay. Speaking of adversities, what are some of the adversities that you faced in the indie music industry?
Sometimes when you're doing business, I had to learn how to let the business be business and everything else be personal if it's going to be personal, and it's best not to mix the two. I'm very passionate about anything that I do. I always want to give it my best. I always want to perfect it. So I'm careful to not even involve myself with certain things that's going to trigger or make me feel like I have to go backwards in any shape, form, or fashion, or anything that's going to make me overthink or feel overwhelmed or just any negative emotion. I kind of just don't want to deal with it. A lot of things I done faced, I done had to go through, like as a woman, like rapping about certain things. People just thinking that I'm just a slut bucket because this is what I was talking about, or the way I was dressing because I'm in the industry. I want to be in the industry, so I got to dress a certain type of way to go. I thought at one point I had to be a certain version of myself to like go where I was trying to go to get the attention that I needed, all that, how it is. I was just a mess. For me, I was a mess and I was just doing what I thought was right at the time. I was very much so naive to a lot of things I didn't really know. I'm thinking that when people trying to offer things, it's because they just doing it out of the kindness of their heart. And I had to quickly learn that this is a game where nobody does anything for free or just because they want to see you win, actually. So learning all of that, having to speak up and not just sit in the back, like especially when it's pertaining to me, like my music, my sound and what I want to sound like, not being too scared to say, oh, I don't like this, or hey, this isn't right, or you know what I'm saying, just going researching and knowing and finding out that what this sound is, so I can go to the studio and tell people this is what I want to sound like. Because I remember there was a time when I was recording where people didn't take me serious and they'll just do whatever and like rush me out of there, and I don't like what I got, but I'm spending my money, you know what I'm saying? And so that was an issue. Also, I had to learn how to like be careful with like not going to spaces where I feel like a piece of me as a woman. Like I can't help that I look a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm coming to work, I'm coming to work. I'm not coming here to be, you know, looked at and preyed upon. Like I'm here to actually work, and I want to be in a comfortable space, and I want to be comfortable enough to do that. And that's very hard to find when you're a woman too, and you're trying to go in the industry. People will take advantage of you if they feel like they can just cause they can. And, I had to learn like tough skin. I had to learn the game. I'm still in the process of learning. And so, yeah, being a woman is hard, and you will be faced with many adversities and challenges. And if you don't have the capacity mentally for it, it will drain you, chew you up, spit you out quick. But that's anybody. I think you could be a man and that can happen to you too.
Why do you feel like female artists feel the need to, per se, show skin to get attention, or having to portray certain images or certain garments of themselves when they're coming in the game to get a certain type of attention, but then don't want to be womanized?
I think that it's just something that we see. As a woman, if you're looking on TV, you're seeing even the people who sing, like Summer Walker, like you seeing these people, they're exposing themselves. Like this is what you're growing up seeing. You're seeing them half naked. You're seeing the BBLs. You're seeing the big titties. You're seeing the lip injections. You seeing all society tells you and shows you exactly what it wants and what's winning. And then you have these other artists like, I'm not really gonna say her because her be fully clothed, and she doing very well for herself. But like, she wouldn't get as much attention as somebody who's showing all their skin and all their assets, or who's doing something ratchet on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So like, society has brainwashed us into thinking that this is how it got to be done. And then when you get further into this, I don't really like to use Instagram because Instagram is a whole nother platform that shows you that it makes you feel like you unworthy, and this is what you got to be to excel in the win. And that's why like we just eating all this stuff, and then we like, damn, I ain't good enough to be this, that. I ain't good enough to go on. Maybe I do need to show some skin. Now you got the church girl who in here done change up her whole everything because she want to fit in, and she noticed that she looked different from other people. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to get sucked in. Like, it just really is. If you don't know who you are as an artist and as a human being, you will be sucked in, and you will wear many different identities before you find out who you truly are as an artist. And that ain't good either.
How do you break free from that? Like, if you were talking to a artist that started just now, just coming in the industry and trying to get herself out there, and feels like she has to reiterate some of the garments and some of the ways and the depictions that she sees right now in everyday life to be able to win.
Before you jump out here, before you even come ask me, you need to fall on your knees and ask God, is this what you're supposed to be doing? Because if this ain't what you're supposed to be doing, everything will go wrong. Everything will go wrong. Opportunity won't come knocking at the door, this, that, and the third, and it's just not going to work. You can change, you can cut the skirt till there ain't no more thread left in that show. Everything that you asset that you got, you go lay up with whoever in the industry and think that this going to be your next biggest shot and get like played over. But if God didn't tell you that this is what you're supposed to be doing, then it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't get no confirmation, if you don't got no spiritual connection, period, this is not something that you should be doing, because your soul is at stake 24/7, 365. You in the area, you around all these different entities, around all these different people. You don't know what they got attached to them. You don't know. And so like, my advice is, don't come here uncovered. Don't come trying to jump in this field blindly either. Always have an anchor. For me, my anchor is, I just said God, my kids, I got community, whatever. have an anchor. Don't come in here playing thinking that it's gonna be sweet and because you got a song in a YouTube beat or because you done got cool with the producer or the person who recorded you or you sleeping with them, that's gonna work, because that don't mean they just gonna get what they wanted and you still gonna be at square one. You know what I'm saying? So like having a tether is extremely important. Having a spiritual relationship, having some type of anchor is important, and having some type of knowledge about what you're doing before you do it is essential. And it's like going to the studio, it's like going to the studio or any settings is like going to go find a car. You know how when you go find a car and you're a woman, they tell you to take a man with you? That's how you got to treat this. Have a man with you at all times, because if you don't, you're going to get played over and played with. And you like, this game ain't for the weak.
That's some good advice. That's some good advice. You sound like you definitely had some experience with, you know, what you're saying, to be able to enlighten other young artists and older artists that might be trying to get in the game or have been in the game and wondering, you know, why is this happening to me? Because I'm pretty sure somebody else shares the same or similar story, maybe even worse. I heard you speaking on you had an album dropping. Tell us a little bit about that. And is this your first album?
Yes. This is my first album. I'm really excited about it. I'm still working on it. I'm taking my time because I want it to be right, and I want to give the world what I'm supposed to give the world, whether that's 10 listeners or 10 million listeners. I want them to be able to take away whatever seed supposed to come from this. This is about my life, my story, who I am, which is why it's also going to be called IamOri, because I'm introducing who I am to everybody, reintroducing myself, like who I am to the world. I just want to encourage somebody, whether that's with soulful, rap, gospel, whatever it is, like however you get it, I want you to get it. As long as you get it, I don't care how you get it, as long as you get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, like I said, I'm really excited about it. And I'm still working on that right now. I have a little bit of gospel, a whole lot of R&B, a little bit of rap. You know, I have some features coming up that I'm really excited about as well. And I'm excited to just like, you know, bust out my shell, this time free from like a lot of the weight and changes that I used to carry when I was doing music. Like I don't really feel that now. You know what I'm saying? I know where I want to go. I'm able to execute it and just do it. And so I'm excited to bring that to everybody.
Okay. Describe your creative process from the songwriting to the recording to the whole nine.
Everything that I do, every song that I write is strictly how I feel. If it's a song that I wrote, it's usually something about my life and I'm telling the truth. I'm telling my own story right before everybody's very own. I bare my soul when I do my music. This isn't just, oh, I made all of this up. These are thoughts. These are conversations. These are like my true feelings, like me in my truest form. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, usually whenever I'm going through a lot, that's when I find myself writing the best music and the best songs. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in love, I write the best love songs. When I'm upset, I write the best hate songs. When a man done made me mad, baby, I write the best breakup songs ever. Like, it's my emotions, like me being me is what fuel me. My emotions fuel me when I write these songs and I do whatever I'm doing.
Okay. And what would you want the consumer to take from this album?
I want them to take the seeds that's planted in these songs. I want women. I want men to listen to it too, but this is for my women, my sisters, like whoever. I want y'all to take and know that like everybody go through stuff. And there ain't no shame in no game. Ain't that wrong with walking away when you get too tired. Ain't that wrong with circling back if that's what you want to do too. There's nothing wrong with being a woman. There's nothing wrong with being a mad woman, a sad woman, a lonely woman. As long as you remember to just be a woman, you know what I'm saying? So like, I want women to know that I am just like them. And I'm not scared to use my voice to tell my story. And hopefully that encourage you to do whatever and take the next step that you need to take, or just step out of your comfort zone too. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you got to do, but remember to be a woman. And that's something that I had to learn how to do, and I'm still learning too. But I'm really proud of myself. But take away all the seeds that I put into this music. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm not just talking. This is real stuff, and I know it's 100,000 of y'all who can relate to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and we hear that you got features on the album as well. How do you approach collaborations, or how do you like to be approached by collaborations? 'Cause I'm pretty sure you get a lot of people that's reaching out and wanting to work, and maybe some of the BSers to the real lifers.
I'm real big on energy, so like straight out the gate, I done learned to, hey, see it for what it is. Don't try to change it, reshape it, reform it, nothing. Just see it for what it really is. If I pick up some energy that say, this is somebody I shouldn't be working with, guess what? I'm at an age now where I'm going to listen to, that intuition telling me like, this ain't what you need to do, or this ain't who you need to be around. This ain't who you need to work with. You need to, no, go the other way. I'm a peak energy for anything else, so that's how I go about that. Also, God know what he be doing. He sends certain stuff when it's time for it to be there, or certain things to you just when it's time, Also, I'm careful about who I work with too, because I have a lot going on, and like, I don't want to be working with nobody who done started paying committed murder, or, selling their body late night in the wee hours, or I'm just very like observant to what and who I allow in my space. I'm very particular. Like, I don't play no type of games when it comes to stuff like that, and who I'm letting into my space or attached to me,
Okay. Who would you like to work with in the future?
I can't really say right now. I don't have nobody that like I'm dying to work with as of right now. I still want to just be able to get a good grasp on me as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on perfecting myself and my craft. Like, I'm open to working with people, but like, I'm mainly focused on myself right now as an artist, and where this road takes me and what happens next and how that goes. Like, I don't want to dig too far deep into it. When the opportunity presents itself, then we'll be there. You know what I mean? But I'm not looking to work with nobody in particular. One thing I do want to do though is go on a debut. That's about it. That's one of my things. I want to go on a debut.
Okay. How do you use social media to connect with your fans and promote your music?
I make funny content. I may post a song on there or something, like a snippet or something from there. I'm terrible at social media, to be honest. Like, I have thousands of messages that I just don't. If people like, you acting funny. No, it's not. You probably way down there to the bottom, and I just don't see it. I'm not a fan of Instagram. I know, like, people be like, that's weird. You an artist and you don't like Instagram. I don't like the way Instagram make me feel, or other people. I don't like the image. I don't like none of it, to be honest, but I do use it from time to time when I got to, when I'm supposed to. I really don't care about followers, but I know that's the thing that you got to care about. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like all that stuff puts a certain type of chain on you. You know what I'm saying? The social media chains, and I really don't care for that. Like, if I could, I would give up all my social media. If I could go without having a phone, I wouldn't have a phone either, because it's peaceful without it. I feel like social media bring out the worst part of you and put the worst seeds in your head and your brain. And you're never going to be enough if you're living up to what you see on Instagram and Facebook. It's going to always be like a hole. You're going to always be trying to keep up with the next artist, the next person who looked like IamOri who made it. You're going to be like, dang, why I ain't made it? Yeah, do I want to feel like that? No, I don't. So, yeah.
It's like a safeguard.
Yeah, protecting my energy. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I get on there once in a while, find some funny stuff or something spiritual that I need to hear or something like that. But then, like, it's certain things on there that make you just feel it. So even though you asked me the question, have you ever gotten on social media and experienced what I'm telling you right now?
All the time. I ain't got enough money. I ain't got enough going on. I'm losing. His life is over. How he get that? Why I don't got that? I know I've been grounded. God, why I ain't blessed? But then, I have to recorrect myself. Like, I have came a long way. What somebody else got is just not meant for me. And then materialistic things aren't valued anyway in life. It's about life in general. So that's never gonna make me happy. I saw a quote from Jim Carrey. He wished everybody could have all the money in the world just so you can see and feel that you don't need none of that
to be happy. And I'm realizing that at this age that I am at right now. A wise person told me when I first started. A wise person told me this when I first started. He said, only 10% of what you see on social media is real anyway.
Yeah.
You know who told me that?
Who told you that?
You told me that.
That's real.
Only 10% is real what you see on social media. So that stuck with me, right? And so, you know how have you ever watched Love and Hip Hop and you see all these people living these lives and they got this business and that business. Whole time their life is crap. Husband cheating, got 18 kids on the way by other people, mistresses. It looked good right then and there, but then it'd be some diabolical scandal like that we don't even know that's going on. It's been going on for months. Like, no.
But it's supposed to look like that.
And I don't want
to captivate.
Okay, so, and if I can't captivate you like this, who I am now, being myself, then I don't want to captivate you, because are you my real fan? Do you really love listening to me? Or is it just you're attracted to what I'm saying and doing because of the lifestyle and imagery that I'm projecting? You know what I'm saying? That's important to me, being able to be my true self and have genuine people around me that's okay with me being my true self. I don't need 100 million people who I don't never gonna see validating stuff that's not even real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Facts. What are your thoughts on the role of female rappers in the local hip hop community?
Where they at? Maybe I don't see them. No shade.
There's a lot of them out here.
I don't see, my algorithm must be different because I don't see nobody. If I wouldn't have did that show in last December, I didn't know none of them people. And I guess they're all local artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got some people out here doing stuff too, but like, I mean, I don't really see them like that, you know? It's a couple people that I see on social media here and there, like people that I met out of town, like, you know, we keep up with each other, but like, I don't really see. And then another thing, they don't like to work with each other. It's like real weird. Like we females, why we can't work together? These dudes be on each other features all the time, like uplifting each other, sharing each other stuff. Not the women here. Like it's very cutthroaty or like, not her. Cause you know, it's just a weird energy and like, I don't know, it's just weird. And then I don't really see nobody from my age group that's doing it no more either. I would say like most people that I be seeing, they be like young and they jits and they just jumping off the porch. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'll see in about 2-3 years what's going on.
Okay. What are some of the biggest challenges that you faced as a female rapper and how have you overcame them?
Biggest challenge as a female rapper, what I face is, I would say myself, like being myself. I face myself for real. Like, a lot of people not comfortable with giving y'all the real, but I am. Depression. I had to battle depression while trying to be an artist and trying to do all this other stuff. And that was extremely hard to do. I felt like I was drowning. I felt like there was a cement building sitting on my chest. I feel like I had nobody to talk to. And if I did, would they understand me where I'm coming from? Like, I want to make it so bad. Like, I feel like this is what I need to be doing. This is my life purpose. Why isn't this working? I'm just going through the motions. Like, I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling all these different emotions. And I felt like there was no one to understand. And I was about to quit. But when I was about to quit, be coming through and like, nah, you ain't finna quit. You got to get up because you got 2 other people watching you. And this is something that I gave you and you got to use it and you got to share it with the world and you got to talk about it even if you don't want to talk about it. So I started talking about it. And what do you know? You know what I'm saying? Other doors start opening up for me. So dealing with mental health is a very big part of a very big adversity or thing that I had to deal with in trying to be an artist too. and knowing when to take time to like step away from the mic, the booth, the videos, the everything, and just retreat so I can get self in order. That was extremely important. So I had to go and learn how to, meditate or give things over to God and stop letting it just replay in my mind, or just let certain things and people go that it's not serving a purpose, that's hindering or holding me back or weighing me down. Yeah, so it's almost like I had to just fall off the face of the earth and get better mentally, then emotionally, then physically. Like now I'm in my stage where I'm getting better physically. You know what I'm saying? And so that stuff is important. So knowing when to take time to separate and cut out the noise and just go in your little quiet retreat. And what's the word? Like when you replaying everything in your mind, like, or when you're trying to, what's the word? You know the word.
Mm-hmm. You go into your bubble, your shell?
Like going to your shell, but when you're trying to like, it'll come back to me. But going to your shell and retreating is very important when doing this as well, so you don't lose sight of yourself. There was a point in time where I lost sight of who I was and who I wanted to be because I was so concerned with being who I thought I needed to be to win, talking about what I needed to talk about to win, saying something stupid and ratchet, even though I got a whole lot of common sense and I'm super smart, like downplaying who I am to fit into a society that ain't even gonna open the door for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So why not just be my real self? And I'm comfortable now. Like I'm here and I feel better. Like, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get a little more personal into the career.
Okay.
Is IamOri single? You gotta take sips and do everything else. Is IamOri single or not?
It's complicated.
So is she accepting applications?
It's also complicated. I would say, this is what I'm gonna say. I would say that IamOri is in a state of finding out I found who I am, so I know who I am, but I'm in a state of, I'm not looking for no relationship. I'm not looking for nobody. A wife is found. She not looking for a husband. The husband finds her. So I'm chilling. But I do have a special someone in my life, when they want to be special, of course. And that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to ask him on his interview.
Okay. Well, what about celebrity crush?
Come on now, y'all already know who I love.
Let me guess, Lil Bow Wow.
Wow.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Chris Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown. You heard he had a concert coming up soon.
Yes, he got a concert.
Are you opening up for him?
I wish, but no, I would be one of those people in the audience screaming my head off. Like I'm about to scream right and I just look, see, grab my hair, I got to play with it. I love me some Chris Brown. That's been one of my things on my bucket list to go see him perform. So I'm really excited. Y'all, if y'all got a bucket list, get your bucket list and start doing stuff. Like I've been doing stuff on my bucket list and nobody don't really know. Well, now y'all know, but I'm doing hitting accomplishments in private, I'm doing my thing. But yeah, so Chris Brown is my celebrity crush. I would love to see him. I just want to take a picture. I'm about to pay the $1,000 just to go take a picture.
For real?
Hell yeah.
You gonna be ratchet?
I probably ain't gonna be
on
ratchet.
the picture? You gonna toot it and boot it?
I probably get held. I ain't gonna lie.
He pick you up?
No, like,
Okay. What do you think makes you unique as an artist?
I think my voice. I have vibrato. And a lot of people don't know what that is. But it's like I have an automatic auto-tune in here. Like, I got an automatic auto-tune.
So you got a vibrato?
Yes, I have vibrato in I have a natural auto-tune, like, in the way I sound and I sing. I like to take my shoes off when I record because I feel like I'm grounded in what I'm doing. If I don't take my shoes off when I'm recording, then something is definitely wrong. The vibe ain't it. And I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? This ain't where I want to be.
You ever been to a studio where it was like, this ain't where I want to be?
Yeah. That one I went with you to a long time ago.
Where?
With the Roaches.
What was that?
I think in Orlando or something.
Was you comfy?
Or Ocala.
Were you comfy?
No, neither one of us was just like this, like looking around trying to make the song known.
And so that's very important to you?
Being comfortable, yep. And not being seen like a piece of meat. Like when I go record, I want to feel comfortable. Like I want to feel like I got to do extra stuff to, you know what I'm saying? Come do what I'm paying to do. Like, I don't like that feeling. I also don't like going in spaces where I feel like I'm not being given 110%, like 100%. Like, don't do me like that.
How do you, not just you, but how do even somebody that's just now getting into the industry or been in it or want to do it, how can you peep when somebody is trying to be, I call it 3/4 slick?
I wish I had a piece of paper so I can roll it out and give you this list. One, they'll be rushing you. Two, they'll have a session, or they'll be reminding you that there's another session coming right after you and rushing you. I said rushing you already? Rushing you. There'll be people sitting in on your session that you're supposed to be having. They'll be just like moving too fast and saying, oh, this sounds good, to try to make you convince you. You hear what you hear. You hear something wrong. And they'll be trying to convince you that this is gas because they want you to move on, and move and get out the way. Or just like them not really paying attention to you when they're recording you. I pay attention to everything. So you're not giving me 110% of focus when I'm working with you, then I know automatically, okay, this is not where I want to come back at. Or if I listen to the song and I find something wrong with it and I tell you beat me mad about my song, that's definitely a major red flag.
What about on a level of them trying to, be slick, like sexually?
So I never really had in the studio, all the studios that I go to, where somebody will try to talk to me, only because of who is connected to me. So producers or engineers wouldn't try me or come off like that. Now artists will try to, get scrape on by, scrape in there too. Like maybe people trying to scratch or whatever. But when you know about the industry, you pretty much know what's going on. And if you don't know, somebody definitely gonna tell you. And so, 9 times out of 10, these people be in the studio with their girlfriend money.
You ever have somebody try to either pay you for a feature or do a song with you, a video
to get close to me?
Just to get close to you?
Yeah, I don't have people do a song with me and then they'll never put out the song just because they want to have a song with me, or just because they think that that's going to be a way for us to for them to get in, get close to me or whatever.
How do you deal with that or shut that down?
I'm a hustler. So you're going to pay, you're going to get out my face. And then after you pay me, you still going to get out my face. Cause that's just who I am. I'm not one of them people who's slow or ditzy, who's just waiting I need it so bad. I need this chance to go do da 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 da. Yeah, no, you're going to either pay, get out my face, or no. And I'm very outspoken and I'm kind of dominant. I am dominant. I am who I am. And a lot of men get intimidated by that too. I know what I want. You ain't finna come tell me to order chicken fries when I clearly want the potato ones. No, this ain't what I want to do. I'm not on that. I know how to conduct myself in such a way too. Of course, a man gonna be a man and gonna try to flirt, but I know how to present myself in a way where, I'm not feeding into that too, or I'm not giving him too much energy.
To a woman, the female artist that's coming again that might not have that dominance, how would you say she can get out of that situation or peep that situation if it's presented?
If you feel uncomfortable when you go to the studio, or you feel like something, next time you go, take a friend with you. Take a friend with you. Take a guy friend with you. Yeah, I just said it's like when you go look at a car and your uncle's gonna tell you, oh, don't go to that car lot without taking the man with you because they just gonna save you a lemon. Girl, don't you go to that studio without taking the man with you because they gonna give you a bop. It ain't gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a skit.
Right, and that's what I always try to even hear at Six O'Clock Studios tell any female that comes, especially their first time, bring your husband with you, bring your boyfriend with you, and he can sit in. If you got the kids, bring them all. They can sit right there on the couch because one thing we're not gonna do is try to come on to you. You book, you paying your time, and that's what you're gonna get your product, you know what I mean? So that professionalism is essential because once you get that name that, oh, he just wanted to do the record so he can try to do this, that with you, it'll taint your business and then it's not going to make nobody want to come to your facility anyway. You know what I mean? So
there's tattoo artists out here like that. So like where you can't even go get tattoos without, or somebody feel like that's the people work, or you went to such and such, did they try, like, no, come on, man, like, not everybody on the same type of time, and like, it is like that with studios too. I done walked in and seen stuff that I wasn't supposed to see at certain studios, and I'm like, damn, I had no idea, you know, that people was cut up like that. Like, I'm pretty sure you get people, like, who throw themselves at you and be like, hey, you're a recorder, man, I ain't got no money, but like...
that only happened twice, and that was in the studio downtown. And the caliber of person that this was, I was asking, even if she did look like something, it still wouldn't have flew because bills got to get paid. But definitely it was hell to the no.
I just wouldn't take nothing free from nobody. Like, especially in doing this,
free anyway.
Don't take nothing for free because it's not for free. They're gonna want something on the back end, and
later on try to blackmail you.
Please don't do no. Yes, please. I'm gonna speak on this because a lot of girls did this when they first got here. Even Cardi B, Glorilla, everybody. You be messing with the person who you working with this person, but you mess with them too. And when you mess around and get on, big mess. So I wouldn't even mix the two and none of that. Always make sure you get your paperwork on any instrumentals. Always make sure you like do paperwork on anything that you do. Always make sure it's yours and not theirs, because people, you gotta think, wherever you go to record, whoever engineer you, whoever do whatever, they looking for their big break too. And
another thing, not even start there, but artists, especially females, but this is all artists. When you go into these, if you're recording at multiple different places, even if you got a home studio, get you a flash drive and then put your sessions during right after the session. So, because if you get your files, so if you record a song, make sure you ask them for the raw files, so that way, if they lose it or if anything happens, you have your music on that flash drive, on that hard drive. That's very important, and a lot of artists don't do. I say 99% of artists don't do that. And then, but get it during the session, because if you try to get it next day or day after, they're going to charge you because it takes time to break all those files down. But yeah, definitely. It takes at least,
I don't know.
It takes at least an hour, sometimes two, to render all those files. Get you a hard drive. And also, if you do blow, let's say you've been hopping studio to studio to studio, you've been dropping songs, some of the songs you didn't complete, they're definitely going to recycle some of those songs and sell them and run up a bag. And you'll be wondering how people getting your voice, your songs you forgot about, but they're left in all these other studios, and we got the vocals and we got beats that we can just snatch the beat off of it, have somebody recreate a whole different beat and sell your song 1,000,000 times to consumers because you already in the industry and blown and gone. So make sure you get your stuff, artists. Free game. Okay, so what does success mean to you?
Success means to me having a sense of completion. Like when you truly have a sense of completion, you feel like when you get that aha moment, like right now I'm just in that era of where I'm getting that aha, like, oh, this is how you do it. This is this easy this whole time. And I'm just now, like I said, I'm just getting in that era where I'm like, dang, I have discovered that life is truly what you make it. And like this whole time, I'm just sitting up here complaining, moaning, groaning, aching. Why is it so hard? Why can't I do this? And it was just as simple as learning how to become disciplined, making a plan, sticking to the plan, and executing and just stand in the guidelines of what you have planned for yourself, or what God got planned for you, or whatever your purpose is. Like, you really be your own worst enemy. Success feels like and means like you can breathe and relax. Like you achieve what you've been trying, what you've been grinding for this whole time. You finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Success is not having to live paycheck to paycheck. Success is not having to worry about how this gonna get done or how this gonna get fixed. Or success is having stuff to look back on and still being able to move ahead and acquire more stuff, but still have stuff back there already. You know what I'm saying? The success is leaving stuff for your children. At this age, it's having stuff for your kids, so they don't have to get out here and be struggling and find stuff the hard way, or know what it feel like to get it off the muscle, or struggle, or hard times. Like, I don't want my kids to have to feel like that ever. You know what I'm saying? It's already paved. Like, the way it's paved, you're either going to take this route or your own. Like, you know what I mean? Success is just being able to breathe and be like, dang, I actually did it. Accomplishing all the goals that you set for yourself and feeling fulfilled. That's what success is. Not accomplishing stuff and then still feeling like it's avoiding, you have to acquire more.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's fulfillment.
So what are your favorite things about living in Gainesville, Florida?
One of my favorite things
Because a lot of people have a lot of hate and stuff, negative to say, but what's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing about Gainesville, Florida, y'all, it's a whole nother community here. Like, that, it's a community here that have fun stuff going on, like clean, safe fun. Safe fun is like painting with a twist, or like poetry nights, or like it's all type of stuff. Counseling groups, peer groups, like whatever you want to find. There's comedy stuff. There's like art showcases. The museum have art after dark where you can eat and walk around and find like immersive art. Like, there's different things that have different themes. Like, there's a lot of things here, and a lot of people don't like the University of Florida, but they got a lot of cool stuff that you can go do that's free and child friendly. Like, there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities for kids. Like, there's scholarships for kids to go to school here. Yeah, the artist community is really big here, and a lot of people don't know about it though, because, you know, nobody's helping each other. Everybody like pretty much playing for self. Nobody really wants to help each other. Like, everybody just kind of in their own bubble doing their own little thing. But Gainesville got a lot of talent here. There's a lot of talent here. I'm not just talking about artists who spit. I'm talking about dancers. I'm talking about painters, people who cook. It's all type of stuff here. Like, the person who made that cake for you, like, there's a lot of stuff here that people don't know about. So I love the people here. I love the community here. I love like little restaurants that I be finding that be nice and fun to go eat at. I got a favorite restaurant. It's called Nine Spices, where the food come on a conveyor belt. I think that's real cool, where you can cook the food in front of yourself. I love to eat. There's a lot of stuff here that I like about Gainesville. I like some of the parks, like just to go chill at the park and just chill and just exist. They have a lot of nice stuff.
Speaking of that, that leads us right into the next question. What are some of your favorite things to do outside of music?
I currently like meditating. I like to write in my journal. I journal. I'm just getting back into reading. I like to read books. I love going to the park and taking the blanket and just chilling, taking some snacks out there and just sitting in the sunlight for a little bit. Not too long, because I might melt. I like doing anything naturey, like, and I like glamping. I just found that out about myself. Like, I like going camping, but like uppity camping, like where's electricity? You know what I'm saying? I like doing that. I love to travel. Like, I didn't know that I was gonna love traveling this much, but I'm just not starting to travel, and I want to go and see more and experience more stuff, you know. I like making goals, and I like achieving and hitting them and doing that. I love spending family time, like time with my family, like movie nights, cooking. I be talking trash, but like I love to cook for my family, and like I love to see them eat and enjoy themselves and chill and vibe out. I love to make sure like my family's straight and good. You know what I'm saying? That brings me a whole lot of joy. Yeah, I like acting as well.
Okay.
I like doing hair, makeup, anything that's prima donna. I like doing that type of stuff. So I like to create. Yeah.
What is one of your favorite R&B or hip hop albums of all time?
Of all time?
Your favorite. Pick one.
Oh, I cannot pick just one.
You gotta pick one.
If I had to pick an album, like my current or like my old.
Doesn't matter.
Cause currently I'm gonna say Coco Jones. She got me in a chokehold.
You only can pick one, so.
I'm just go Key Sweat.
That was two.
Well, I can't pick one.
So, Key Sweat, why? And what song?
Are you for real?
What song? Make it last.
And that black thing.
No.
I let it hear Key Sweat on some big speakers. Oh my goodness. I'm talking about riding a black and gold truck. It's just doing for you.
That's funny. That is funny.
Key Sweat on some big speakers. Ain't that like ride the late night with the wind blowing, just chilling, listen to that.
Okay.
And then he be whining so good you just want to cry with it. Look, that can make you feel alright. And she be
That's that gas now.
Yeah.
Speaking of hip hop, you got some cards right there, some hip hop legendary cards right there. Flip through a couple of them and then pick one out. And then don't, know what I'm saying, shuffle them. Don't look at them, shuffle them. Shuffle, keep shuffling.
I got little hands.
I just kind of shuffle through. And then, yeah, and then pick one. Oh, water towel, that one. And show it to the camera. Show it to the camera. Who is it?
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. What do it say? Read the back.
Vanilla Ice, Robert Van Winkle.
Read it.
Yo, facts. Vanilla Ice had never actually visited New York, the birthplace of rap, until August 1990 when SBK's promotion director for Top 40 Radio gave him the grand tour. Label SBK. The only song I know about this man, and he got a high top face. I never seen a white person with a high top face.
Got Vanilla Ice thing.
The only song I know about Vanilla Ice is.
Let me see, hold it up.
Is that him who sang that?
Hold him up. Ice, baby.
Yeah, he's saying that. Ice, baby.
That's definitely him. Okay, flip. We're gonna do one more flip. We're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna do one more flip for the record.
Why you got
don't you can't pass them up. You gotta flip and read it.
All
no matter what it say.
Okay.
Go. That's it, that one. Who is it?
Dr. Dre and Ed Lover.
Okay, what it say?
Is this that dude who's like Mr. Lava? Him undercover. That ain't him? Okay. Dr. Dre, who is Andre Brown. I know who Dr. Dre is. Ed Lover, James Roberts. Never heard of him. Our two hosts have all sorts of ties to rap music. In fact, Dr. Dre produced the opening theme music for Yo MTV Raps Today. Label, they only read those on jam jars.
Okay.
Oh, they only read those on jam jars. That's smooth. I ain't gonna lie. I know about Dr. Dre because I watch, Straight Outta Compton.
Okay, that was the Yo Raps history lesson with hip hop. So you learned something new today. Did you learn something?
I learned that Vanilla Ice name was Robert Van Winkle.
That's Mr. Wink.
Who would name him that?
Mr. Winkle.
That's
Senior.
nasty.
Mr. Winkle.
I bet you in high school it was cracking on him.
Mr. Winkle Senior.
His name Winkle.
That's crazy word. So what does walking by faith and not by sight mean to you?
Oh, honey, that means trusting in what you can't see, but knowing that it's gonna get done anyway.
Okay.
Trusting that it's already done and it's working in your favor, because if it's for you, it's already for you. No woman or man can touch or close the door that God has opened for you. Stepping on faith means that you out here living. You living life like Larry off of SpongeBob. If y'all don't know who Larry is the lobster off of SpongeBob, and he be living his life to the fullest every day. So walking by faith means living your life by the fullest and knowing that you are carried, covered, protected by the one true, Most High. You know,
Okay.
You don't trust what you see. You trust what you know. Like you know what I mean.
Okay then.
This man clocking T behind the camera, y'all.
No, I did.
He said.
Okay then. So, what's one of the most memorable moments in your career so far?
Seeing myself on Tubi and seeing myself on Tubi in the top 3 on Tubi for like 3 months, like seeing my movie and seeing people talk about it, or then going working. Like I used to work at Walmart, y'all. I said I'm a hustler. You gotta get it by any means necessary. I flip burgers, sell crab legs, but I won't lie to you. What you said? What you said? I slide on the bottom while I put the y'all. I was working at Walmart, and this girl, she kept looking at me. Right, I'm scanning. Dude, she like looking at me. So I'm like, damn, okay, I see her looking at me. What I done did? I'm trying to think if I done did something, if I done offended somebody, if I said something. Now she tell this other girl that's next to her, they whispering. Now the other girl looking at me too. So I'm like, oh, I'm finna have to do something crazy. I don't know what's finna happen. But you know what they said? She was like, oh my God, are you the girl who played in that Tubi movie? I was like, what Tubi movie? She was like, this one, that's you.
What was it called?
Like, Kisses and Bullets. I was like, yep, that's me. She was like, oh my God, you were so good. So then I started realizing I was hood famous.
So how did that make you feel?
Like, yo, okay, girl, you doing your thing, you know. And then I went to a studio one time in Lake City, and I was finna record a song, and some random white person I never seen was like, oh, you the girl from the Tubi movie. And I was like, what Tubi movie? You know, I gotta make them say it. Kiss the Bull. I was like, yeah, that's me. Like, people start, recognizing me from stuff like that. I love it. Yeah.
Okay. So what does the future hold for IamOri and the IamOri fans? Like, what does the future hold for you so far right now?
Right now, IamOri is working on this album and a movie as well that I can't talk about because I signed an NDA. So another movie. Yeah. And
then the album, IamOri.
Yeah, an album. And then while I'm letting this cook and that steam in y'all beloved ears, my beloveds, I will be going to school to chase my dream to become a registered nurse. Yeah. Okay. And so that's what I want to do and take care of my family. I'm hitting some goals and some milestones because remember now, you got to make time for the important stuff too. Artist is just one part of the deal. Like, yeah, I can sing and this is something that I love to do and I feel like I'm talented too. But I still gotta live outside of that until it's time, for me to go wherever to my next phase. So like make it time to do the important stuff like other goals and other stuff that I love doing. I love caring for people. I'm a very compassionate person. I love talking to people. So like not forgetting to do my yoke and vent sessions because you never know who need to talk. That's therapy for everybody. That's free for all ages, stuff like that. Or making sure I keep giving back to the communities whenever I can. So
like in your rappers that rap.
Rappers who rap, like that's Christmas toy drives for kids who don't have, in minority communities. Yeah, so just stuff like that, or having Mother's Day brunches, like when it's Mother's Day to give back to the mothers, like, for people who can't afford to give back to their mama right then and there, and just stuff. I love doing stuff in the community too, so I don't want to put myself in a bubble and say all I'm going to be focused on is just music because life got to go on when I'm not in that booth. And I'm not in that booth 24 hours a day. I'm out here in the real world doing real life stuff. So that's what I'll be doing, chasing my other dreams and hitting my other goals.
Okay, and what message do you hope to convey through not just the music, as you said, but through your everyday life?
Be your true self. I see your true colors. Being your true self. Like, however God made you, however he put you together, just be yourself. And, like, don't try to be nothing else, because that's when you lose and that's when you mess up. And that's when you lose sight of everything and the world comes crashing down around you. But when you remain true to yourself, even if you mess up, you know you was yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being your true self. For me right now, being my true self, being able to speak and say, like, hey, this is who I am. I'm loud, bold, I'm here, I'm vivacious, I got a lot of energy, I'm connected, I'm spiritually aware of what's going on around me, and not lie and hide who I am. I feel free, and I want to remain free. So to remain free, we must be true to ourselves and, like, hang on to whatever true part of you that you hanging on to. Don't lose sight of that. I know that it sounds cliche or like corny, but it's real. Like, don't lose sight of your true self and who you are. Always remember to hang tight to who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because the world can be a very, very cruel place, and so can this game. But you have a light. You already got stuff. You have tools that God gave you. If you in this industry, he gave them to you for a reason to be here. So it's not just to be belligerent, stupid, or just do what the in crowd doing. Be yourself, create the new wave. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your thoughts on the balance between commercial success and artistic integrity?
Just think about it. Me and my cousin was having this conversation one time, and we was talking about Rod Wave. We was talking about how all his songs is sad, and I was like, I used to like him, but then I can't listen to all this sad stuff. But then, like, once you get signed to a label, if that's what you got hired on as, you got to continue to make sad music no matter how happy you is. Mm-hmm. So, like, my thing is, be careful what you get yourself involved in, because you want to stay true to yourself. Like, that man might have been sad when he wrote those 2 songs, but that's not how his life is every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, being true to yourself and knowing when to walk away, because all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? All publicity ain't good publicity. Like, or people who just be doing scandalous stuff just to stay relevant. Like, I don't want to be one of them people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to just, if it don't come the right way, then I don't want to do it, and I don't want it attached to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you start to lose bits and pieces of your soul. And I don't want to be a body out here without a soul. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I want to be, we must remain free, my people. We must remain free at all times, and remaining free means being true to yourself and your, you know what I'm saying, your integrity, and standing on business and saying, hey, no, this ain't gonna fly. Because if it's for you, it's for you.
So being with most record labels today is they control you. You're like on a string puppet. Would you sign? Honestly?
It would have to be like where I can still be myself. I can't be myself, then no. If I have to, can't say God no more in another song, no. If I gotta change who I am and go back to the old Oriana, and it's gonna hinder what my children see, because that's what's important to me right now. My girls, I got girls, and so, like, what they see is important. I don't. My baby just called and said, I'm gonna be famous one day. I don't want her to think that she gotta, like, show titties to be that, or like to diminish herself or act like a dumb ditz, like, you know, the fit in with society, or be up under a certain type of man, or subject herself to abuse or any of that. To do that, you can still do that and hold true to who you are yourself. You might take you a little bit longer, but you gonna get there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's important to me, that my children see me, and other women, other girls see me and know, like, yeah, you ain't gotta do it that way. There's another way.
And that's commendable. That's very, very commendable. So 2026 is getting ready to come up. What's your goals? What can we be on the lookout for? And where can we follow the IamOri movement?
Okay, so I plan on starting like a page and like content about my everyday life, like posting content about how I interact with my kids, how I interact with my significant other, and I want to kind of like it to be health and wellness, like, you know, everyday lifestyle living. Like, with, I want to tell y'all the name, but we ain't made it too official yet, so we're gonna have to wait. But I would like to show the world my life, like my real life, like even if I'm struggling to do stuff, like whatever it is, because I just want to be authentic in my real self. I'm interested in content, social media content, like that way, blogging, I guess you would say that. What else? Right now I'm on my journey where I want to be healthy. So I'm in the gym and I'm working out and stuff. So like by the new year, by the next year, like I want to be to my goal weight, like, or at least close to my goal weight, you know. And I want to do it the right way, which is cutting back on stuff that I eat. Lord knows I love me some rice and pasta. I have a knack for doing hair and stuff, and I'm learning self-taught, like learning from other people, a little bit of stuff from other people. So be on the look for product looks. Yeah, what else? And like I said, I want to be an RN, so I'll be doing that. Like, yeah, I don't want to limit myself. I just got a whole bunch of goals, y'all, that I'm just hitting one by one, and that feel pretty amazing.
Okay, well, tell the people where we can follow the music, stream the music, follow the life of IamOri, and just keep up with everything that you got going on.
Follow me on everything Oriana Sheffield, Oriana the Blessed Sheffield. Things IamOri. You can find me on any musical platform on the IamOri all together. So it looks like Lamore, but it's really IamOri. Yeah, you can find me in these streets too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. I pray for you in the street though.
Any shouts out you want to give before we conclude?
Shouts out to Mew Mew and Peanut, who gonna watch this and be like, look at you, mommy. Shout out to Spark 352 for sponsoring me to be able to record my very first album. Shouts out to 6 O'Clock Studio for allowing me to come in and record my album as well. Shouts out to all the artists that's a part of the program, the residency Oakview program right now that's going on, that which just got extended. Yeah, so shout out to everybody who support my music, who listen to me, who encourages me, who shares my stuff, like, yeah, who got me on repeat even when I ain't even paying no attention. Like, yeah, that stuff don't go unnoticed. And all the people that's praying for me, that's rooting for me, shout out to y'all. Thank you. I appreciate everybody and everything.
Okay then. And like we said, the RapDen was sponsored by Only Beats and hosted right here at Straight Up and Down, like 6 O'Clock Studios, by your one and only host, Mr. International Worldwide T. Whitey. And listen, we just interviewed IamOri, great interview, and we can't wait to tap back in with you within the next year or so, just to see you walk in with them scrubs on and that name tag that say Big RN, Big IamOri, not the little one.
All right.
And we is out.